Hello, this is Dillis from CodeDiv.com. I write this kind of reviews, blogs, as well as video. I had the fortune to visit Hack Reactor in person and to be able to compose this video and a series of blog posts, which you can find on my personal blog. It's called codesum.blogspot.com. You can type in Hack Reactor and you will be able to find multiple posts that goes into very much details about my findings during this in-person visit. So in my first half of this video, you can see some of the basics about who are the instructors. But I actually want to backtrack a little bit to the basics section because what I introduced in the previous video I largely know already before I visited Hack Reactor. In this video, I will explain some things that I've learned, very impressed, and I was very happy to discover that and be able to share with people who may not have the opportunity to visit in person or even get that kind of insider look on Hack Reactor. So this part, I kind of skip it really quickly previously that I didn't realize that Hack Reactor actually runs a large number of hours per week. They rest only 1 week, 1 day a week. That means you get so many more hours. That's why they actually highlighted here over 800 hours. It didn't sink in the first time. Didn't realize that when you have 5 days a week, the maximum you can do is 40 hours. And usually, students of all boot camps stay very late. So I would think it's a 12-hour day or 14-hour day. These are supposed to be immersive and intensive. But instructors are not always available. For Hack Reactor to have instructors there late at night available to students, and they even have an online webpage that manages that and be available 6 days a week. That is enormous value added. So that, think that with the 17K price tag, it makes me more comfortable along with how qualified these instructors are. So that's something I find small, but end up being a big thing, having that many more hours of instruction time. Okay, so 100% Hack Reactor alumni are now software engineers. That being said, I'm very wary of numbers and stats always of any boot camps. So this has nothing to do with just Hack Reactor. Always take these with a grain of salt. But, since Hack Reactor can say they brought you to Groupon, Salesforce, King, and our graduates are among the first full-time Meteor engineers, that is very impressive. Meteor is this popular new JavaScript framework, and that has made quite a fame in the Silicon Valley as a prestigious tool. And that's true. Not many bootcamps can make that claim. And also, you have to think about the basic analysis. As an economist, I like to think about it's a very simple math here. The instructors have had experiences working in these real Silicon Valley famous companies. Their insights, their advice will help a lot. Will definitely help make you much more of an insider than otherwise. So I would think those qualitative things will help with the admission process a lot, the recruiting process a lot. Pair programming. Let's see. One of the tougher part about finding a job is definitely the kind of recruitment process itself. Technical interviews can be very hard, and right now Hack Reactor also has a tougher selection process now. They also come with a technical interview component. So by nature, finding a job in Silicon Valley can be very hard. So I would not think that as the only reason you will go to a boot camp. If you do, most likely you will not get what you desire, because this is going to be a long education process. You're catching up with a lot of missing experiences. Someone who started programming at 13, someone who coded really early, and have gone through, let's say, colleges like Stanford study coding. But it's not impossible because many people have proven that to be possible, and also keep in mind that modern web development is very different. And that's why I think kind of going back again to the Hack Reactor curriculum, this become very important because JavaScript is very, very important at making your website look nice, making your website functional, interactive, very important. And to be able to do the backend full stack now is also very important in modern development. The requirement on modern engineers are much higher. Yes, you can use these productivity tools. You have to get your hands as dirty as in C, Java. You don't have to memorize as little memory things, like those little computer problems as much. But in exchange, you have to be more full stack. You have to be more productive. You have to be more open to learning new things. So this won't be an easy process no matter which bootcamp you're at. That being said, let me show you some really cool Hack Reactor student projects. So Hack Reactor has the students do pair programming, plenty of pair programming in addition to listening to lectures. And on top of that, they also have their students do group projects. I've noticed that it's a little hard for me to show you on this website. I'm not finding these informations as easily as, say, in Hackbright. So the visual will be a little boring. But the cool stuff is I will be able to show you more that you cannot find on the website yet. They're definitely thinking about improving this. Once you can see they don't have a lot of blog posts, but they're actively finding open source projects for their students. This goes into the fact that I've seen their curriculum, I was blown away. These are almost Code Academy like interactive curriculums. They're not going to give you instant feedback like Code Academy, but they're designed to be little games, step by step, with real developer feedback. A lot of the development does take place in, for example, Google developer tools like this. And shockingly, you will receive instant feedbacks right in here for the exercise you're doing. So it's almost like gamified real exercise, and it's Git based. So you're working constantly merging, pulling, cloning from repositories. It really get used to the life cycle of working as a developer. And being in a group, you naturally have to share these repos. I thought that was ingenious. As far as I know, most bootcamps cannot do that. Most of them are more video-based instruction. You watch a tutorial, much like the one I'm doing, and then you go do some exercises. The exercises are well developed, but they're not well developed as being well designed and planned and they thought about, but they're not well developed. What I'm seeing is that these exercises looks like they are written by developers for developers. It's really hard to explain it. Maybe I'll show an example in on my blog post. It'd be easier then. Without further ado, I want to show you some projects because what surprised me, even before I visited them, I found out about a few really cool projects. Yes, they are group projects, so you expect them to be better than individual projects of other bootcamps, but the level of expertise is phenomenal. So let me show you this one first. This one is what I found out after I visited a Hack Reactor. So they have a funny, I just saw this, they have a Hire Us, and they have a forkit built at Hack Reactor GitHub banner, I believe, maybe something else. But this is really cool. They get data from Reddit, which is very popular, very geeky site. And they analyze it, so they track some user, do some interaction, show you some word cloud, which is pretty cool, and data nuggets, something about cat. I don't know. I'm not a Reddit person in Karma Score, but I just thought this was really cool. It's got the modern design of vertical full screen sliders. It's nice flat design, forkable. Yeah. Nope. It's literally links to Hack Reactor. Sorry, I was thinking that it would be a fork, but that's quite okay. You can track post, pretty cool. You can type in, let's see, cat, I don't know. It would take a little bit. This is not professionally hosted yet. Okay, what I will do is, this has reached somewhat of a YouTube limit again, so I unfortunately need to put this in another video, and I'll explain more about the student project highlights.